Hello Booktube and welcome to my channel. I've decided to start the first video with an introduction of myself by completing the newbie book tag, or as I like to call it, my love letter to Booktube. The first question asks, why did you start this channel? I started this channel for two reasons. The first reason is that I want to connect on a deeper level to booktubers that I follow and watch and create amazing content that has gotten me to be a better, more thoughtful reader, provided me with numerous hours of laughter and entertainment, and just want to be a part of the community to communicate with these wonderful people. So the second reason is obviously I want to create content because I want to have my viewpoints also shared, and I feel like if I have a database of my own content, it will help improve the conversation that I partake in and provide more of a background to show people where I'm coming from and how relatable my point is, which I think in the end helps the whole community, not just myself obviously, but also YouTubers that I choose to engage with. Question number 2. What are some fun and unique things you can bring to Booktube? I think I'm going to have to reference a T.S. Eliot quote on this. Immature poets imitate, mature poets steal. Bad poets deface what they take, and good poets make it into something better. Or at least something different. The good poet welds his theft into a whole of feeling which is unique, utterly different from that from which it was torn. I feel like this is a pretty good description of how I'm approaching YouTube, is that I find extremely good content already being put out. And I would like to take some ideas from different channels and incorporate them into my own channel while putting a unique spin on them or combining things that nobody's ever combined, and hopefully by doing a theft that in the end will improve a community and give myself a voice. While always acknowledge who you stole it from. Alright, so question number 3. What are you most excited about this new channel? Okay, so to me Booktube is a mosaic. And what I mean by that is I think we all enter within the frame of Booktube and we find our niches based on our likes. So there are people who like sci-fi, there are people who love YA, we know there are many, and therefore we stick together and we make these blotches of color, right, which is needed in any masterpiece. But we also have this like interest to wander away from our home base and look at other content out there to broaden our horizons as readers and get more out of YouTube. Find entertainment within reviews, improve ourselves as people, all these various things. And I just want to be like that little piece of glass that's found his own little niche and can wander off sometimes and just be welcomed in the community of YouTube. And I think that will be just wonderful, and that is the one thing that I'm looking forward to the most. Question number 4. Why do you love reading? I feel like I read mainly to feed my brain. Books, to me, they open doors into the dark sheds of our subconscious. They let in the dark days, they let in the really sunny and bright days. And I think through doing that, they help us understand ourselves better, give us a better perspective of the world. And in the end, you know, every healthy living organism needs nutritious, good food. And it's our responsibility to find that food to sustain our brain and keep it active and always learning and growing and improving, just like any other organism. So basically that's why I love to read. As a person, I think it helps me maintain myself and always gather new ideas, new experiences through the written word. Question number 5. What book or series got you into reading? The book that really got me into reading is The Old Man and the Sea by Ernest Hemingway. I still remember when in 8th grade we got our first summer assignment. It was to read a book over summer from a list of 9 books. And at the time I was not a reader whatsoever, so I gravitated towards the shortest book on the list. And that happened to be The Old Man and the Sea by Hemingway. I didn't read it until maybe a week left of my summer vacation. I still remember those days and the experience I felt reading that book, and I was like, this isn't crap, this isn't homework, this is actually something I enjoy doing. The other part that surprised me was how quickly I got through it. So in 9th grade, it sparked a really great relationship between me and a teacher who encouraged me to further read Hemingway. I think I read 3 books that year and did extra credit work on them. And then by the end of high school, I think I was done with all of Hemingway's writing, all his major works, a ton of his short stories. I read 2 bibliographies on him, and that got me started with my passion. That's had its ups and downs, but overall it's gotten me here, and on the way I met a lot of great authors who have left an impression on my life and sit at the back of my head, always playing devil's advocate whenever I make any decision. Question number 6. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? I would like to use this question to say thank you to all the content creators on the YouTube platform, especially on Booktube. The honorable mentions are Rancy at IntellectualReads, Camille at What Camille Reads, Adam and Memento Mori, the Book Chemist, love his shit. A new YouTuber, Dave at Wild Reads, I believe he's from England, could be Scotland. Jen at Insert Literary Pun here, love her work. She's very tough and I appreciate that so much. She will give her true opinion and not worry about any backlash whatsoever. Steve Donahue, favorite amount of content, Steve, I can count on you. Jen Campbell, great channel, great person, also an author, and many others who have made my experience on YouTube so enjoyable. Thank you guys. Thank you for making great content, enriching the community, inspiring great dialogue through research and well-based opinions, for your humor. All of you are an inspiration to the reading community. You guys inspire old-time readers and welcome newcomers. And thank you for providing just enough breeze to get the fire started and for the strong gusts to keep it blazing. You guys are great. Anyone who makes Booktube is doing a great service to all of us, and thank you to each and every one of you. Question number 7. What challenges do you think starting a Booktube channel would be the hardest to overcome? I think there will be many challenges along the way. From editing to creating good and valuable content, to things that I don't even foresee happening. But I think that as long as I just stay true to myself and am sharing with the world my ideas on literature, continue to read great literature and comment on it, bounce ideas of other people, I think I'll be alright. Question number 8. When did you start reading? You know, to go back to our youth, when we first fell in love with books, whether it was reading on the summer lawn or on a rainy Sunday day in your bedroom, in a library after school, waiting for your parents to pick you up after a long day of work. To go back there and to relive those moments when we first found that unbelievable joy for books, I think can get us through any reading slump. To just re-experience that feeling, and I think can sustain us for a lifetime. Those moments are very special. They happen to all of us, and that's why we're all here. A nice thing to think about sometimes. Question number 10. What kind of books do you like to read? To me, reading is a very valuable and cherishable experience. I love to read, but I prefer to go for the books that stood the test of time. Books that have been praised by many people and are still read today. Those books, I believe, should take up most of my time. Of course, I also enjoy books that are recommended to me by people I respect, but I just find it very hard to read too much new fiction where I feel like the majority of Booktube is concentrated on, and I prefer to read, you know, works that come from a different time, of different values. I also will read books that come from publishing houses that I put a lot of value into their decisions. Small publishers, but publish really good content. If I'm stuck and need something to read, I'll pick up one of their books. Book prizes to me don't carry a lot of weight because I find them to be too political. But I'll basically read literary fiction from different time eras, even though I prefer something that has been around for a while and comes at great recommendations from people of all walks of life. But I'm not opposed to reading new things, and I feel like sometimes it's important to gather the temperature of literature in one's lifetime as well. So, I mainly read fiction. I'd like to finish this introduction video by answering the last question left, which is question number 9, where do you read? With a few images. Well, thank you guys for watching my channel and showing your support, if you will. We can read in all different places, wherever we are inspired, or where we're left alone. Thank you.